The UCLA Bruins, okay, just turned the Oklahoma Sooners into the Oklahoma Losers because in today's game, guys, tonight's rather late game, okay, it is currently 12:40 a.m., okay, it's now Tuesday morning, November 11th, okay, this game started at 10:30 p.m. at night. Why is a women's college basketball coming on at 10:30 p.m. at night? Explain yourselves. Why do I have to go on a wild goose chase to catch this game? I have to go to the Fox Sports app. I tried ESPN, I tried Disney Channel, or Disney Plus. I tried YouTube TV. I tried any and everything. Okay, Spectrum, SEC Network Plus, Top 10, Pop Up. I tried Peacock. Finally, I found the game playing on Fox Sports. I click on it. 10:30 at night. 10:30 p.m. at night. Okay, I'm tired. Okay, I gotta shower, brush my teeth, and go to bed. Okay, but of course I'm unemployed. Okay, I'm done with school, in between jobs, about to exit out of the United States Air Force. Come this Friday, it's my last date, DOS date, November 14th. Right, tomorrow morning, the only plans I have for real is to work out and go to TJ Maxx. Okay, and shop for some candles, some clothes, and just enjoy my day, pretty much. In today's game, guys, we saw the UCLA Bruins. Okay, blow out. They blew out. Okay, it was a blowout. They blew out the Oklahoma Sooners, aka the Oklahoma Losers, okay, by a 14-point game. Because the game concluded with the UCLA Bruins on top. They had 73 points, whereas the Oklahoma Sooners only had 59 points. Now, guys, in tonight's game, okay, again, this was held at the the Sacramento Kings Arena in Sacramento, California. If you guys don't know, that is an NBA team. That's a professional men's NBA team, being the Sacramento Kings. That was where this game tonight was held at, okay? There were WNBA scouts out there in the crowds, in the stands, paying careful and close attention, okay? Going through each team and the women of each team with a fine-tooth comb. Imagine WNBA scouts. They saw what Kiki Rice was up against. They saw how she struggled and how she ultimately overcame. They saw the dominance and the prominence of the Lauren Betts, who, of course, she was the first one, surprise, surprise, to get the first bucket of tonight's game. As soon as the ball got tipped off, she was the first one to grab that ball, got that possession, and with her dominance, that 6'7" frame of hers, put up a shot. It was WNBA scouts in the crowd looking at this. Okay, they saw how, I'm sorry if I get her name wrong, if I pronounce it incorrectly, Donkulich. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna get better at my pronunciations. It was just so many women of the UCLA Bruins that just showed fight and grit, but also there were women on the Oklahoma Sooners who did the same, such as Reagan Beers, who we saw actually get a little bit of an injury. I believe it was the third or fourth quarter. She went down. I believe it was the fourth quarter. The first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, she goes down. She had like some sort of knee injury. She was, writhing in pain on the court, trying to hold on to her knee. But thankfully, she was able to stand up on her own 2 feet and walk. Okay, I liked how this game was just so physical. I'm tired of the blowouts. I'm so tired of I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of the boring blowouts. Just yesterday, okay, we saw the the Seminoles get defeated by the UConn Huskies. The freaking game ended like the UConn Huskies had 99 points. The Seminoles had like 50 something points. Don't nobody want to see that. I don't want to call that. Just tonight, previously before I saw this game, I saw the Texas Longhorns, who are ranked number 4 overall in the country, defeat Louisiana Lafayette. It was another boring blow. I'm like, what am I supposed to say about this? But today's game is a lot that can be said because, again, it gave grit on both sides. They were on an even playing field, even though, again, ultimately, in conclusion, this game concluded with the Oklahoma Sooners getting blown out by 14 points. But it wasn't, but you see, I want to say it like this, the final scoreboard, the conclusion of tonight's game, it doesn't really tell the tale because in the first quarter, I was actually worried a little bit. Even though it was just the first quarter, I was more worried about the UCLA Bruins. If you guys don't know, okay, I don't even really like them, but I was rooting for the UCLA Bruins. Okay, who likes Oklahoma? I don't know much about Oklahoma. All I know about Oklahoma is like they got good barbecue, but besides that, like who really cares about Oklahoma? I know I don't. Okay, no tea, no shade. I'm sorry not to offend nobody if you're from Oklahoma. Welcome back to my channel. But I'm just saying for me, I ain't got no ties to Oklahoma. I ain't got no ties. Well, I got a little bit of ties to California, but not really. But still, like UCLA Bruins. Now, when it comes to the UCLA Bruins versus USC, who runs LA, I'm rocking with the Trojans. But in tonight's game, I'm like, man, screw Oklahoma. Who cares about Oklahoma? Again, the first quarter concluded with the Oklahoma Sooners having 22 points. The Bruins had 24 points. In the second quarter, the Sooners had 14 points. The Bruins scored 17. The third quarter comes around. The Sooners had 12 points. The Bruins had 18. And in the fourth and final quarter, the Sooners scored 11 points, the Bruins scored 14. Now let's break down the individual player statistics. Let's start with the Oklahoma losers first, okay? Sarah Williams, again. That's another thing. Of course, I got to bring this up. I don't know many women on both sides of the teams, but again, I have no choice but to respect they game. Okay, again, what I really liked about tonight's game was the grit, the tenacity, and the prowess, the physical prowess, and the hustle. I love some hustle. Okay, I love aggression in sports, mainly in women's basketball, college basketball, the WNBA don't matter. Okay, we need aggression. We need aggression. I don't care what nobody say. We need physicality and we need hustle. I don't want to see laziness. I know them girls get tired running back up and down that court, that hot, sweaty atmosphere. It's not like a lot of like air, possibly AC, central air cooling. It's not a lot of like airflow. The quality of the air might be terrible. But I love to see that grit, okay? Number 6 of the Oklahoma Sooners. Her name is Sarah Williams, okay? Black girl with the long braids, the jet black braids. She was like playing like a maniac. Both sides, both teams played like maniacs. You would have thought they were on cocaine. But I ain't gonna lie, at some points there were some sequences in this game where it was chaotic, okay? Because they, again, like everybody was like, that offensive transition is just so fast. It's so much more faster, it appears to be, at least, in women's college basketball than it is in the WNBA. But I enjoyed it, okay? Even though some of the sequences was kind of chaotic, the plays were chaotic. They getting the ball knocked out of bounds. They kicking the ball. They scrambling in between each other's legs trying to get to the ball. I loved it though. For the Oklahoma Sooners, Sahara Williams had 8 points, 2 assists, 10 rebounds. Reagan Beers had 7 points, 3 assists, 14 rebounds. Aaliyah Chavez, shout out to her, guys. She's from Lubbock, Texas, okay? I was stationed in Clovis, New Mexico, Cannon Air Force Base, okay? Just about an hour, 45-minute drive right outside that place, okay? Shout out to Aaliyah Chavez, shout out to Texas Tech. She had 11 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Peyton Verhulst had 16 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Zaya Van, that's another one that was like on fire. She had 13 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. Brooklyn Stewart had 2 points, 0 assists, 2 rebounds. And Beatrice Coulton had 2 points, 0 assists, and 1 rebound. And let's talk about the Bruins, who just ruined the Oklahoma Sooners. Lauren Betts had 9 points, 2 assists, 10 rebounds, almost a double-double. Okay, Kiki Rice, she was getting on my nerves, I ain't gonna lie. Kiki Rice in that first half of this game, the first and second quarter, she did appear to be struggling with the layup. She was struggling with the 3-point shot for real. Her jumper was just it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. But in the second half of this game, the third and fourth quarter, she was doing better offensively, but defensively, her and again, I love the hustle. Kiki Rice and Lauren Betts was just swarming everybody. They were like just swarming like a lion swarms a bunch of flies in their face. You could not get a shot off. But if Lauren Betts had anything to do with it, if they had anything to say, if Lauren Betts or Kiki Rice were anywhere near your vicinity, if you were an Oklahoma Sooner, aka Oklahoma loser in tonight's game, you're not getting up any shots. They were swarming the girls, okay? Kiki Rice had 10 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Gianna Neepkin, shout out to her. She gave us 3-pointers when we needed it. She had 20 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. Gabrielle Baquez had 11 points, 2 assists, 8 rebounds. Charlize Laker Walker had 5 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds. Amanda Muse had 2 points, 0 assists, 0 rebounds. And Angelique Dugalic had 16 points, 1 assist, 15 rebounds again. All the WNBA, almost at the WNBA scammers, my Lord have mercy, I need to go to bed. All the WNBA scouters that were in the stands, okay, at this game tonight, they were out there scouting the girls. Lauren Betts, of course. I believe that if she's not number 1 in the 2026 WNBA draft, who will it be? I'll say Flau'jae Johnson. If it ain't Flau'jae Johnson, it's Lauren Betts. If it ain't Lauren Betts, it's Flau'jae Johnson. But for all those scouting, I'll be looking at Lauren Betts, Kiki Rice, of course, Angela Dukalik for the UCLA Bruins, and of course for the Oklahoma Sooners, I'll be looking at Reagan Beers. And I ain't gonna lie, even though she's kind of small, she appears to be small. Zaya Van, she was a maniac. She was on fire. Again, tonight was a good game. I enjoyed it. Again, I'm tired of the blowouts. Even though tonight, technically, by my standards, it was a blowout. Okay, anything that's creeping up above 10 plus points, once you reach that deficit of, double-digit numbers, 10 plus points, you got blown out. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just live by them. But it is what it is. Again, tonight was a good game. Okay, this is what we need more of women's college basketball. I'm tired of, everybody being unequally unyoked. Okay, I want some equal yokeness. That makes sense. That sounds so biblical because it is. Sorry. I want to see teams go up against each other that are equally yoked. Okay, again, the Texas Longhorns, shout out to them. They're number 4 overall in the country, whereas the UCLA Bruins are still number 3 overall. Okay, when it comes to the women's collegiate level basketball teams and the rankings, the power rankings. But yeah, the Texas Longhorns, it was boring. I couldn't call that game even though I watched it. They did Louisiana Lafayette like there were some dishes left over in the sink, okay? But tonight, again, the Oklahoma Sooners, they got defeated and destroyed by the UCLA Bruins.